Hi everyone, welcome to the Shell Eco Marathon Turkey 2017 live Q&A. This is the very first time we're hosting one of these, so we really hope that a lot of you are going to be joining.
Sarah, I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yes,
Sorry.
I can hear you now. Yes.
Okay. So what I was saying is welcome everyone to this live Q&A event. We've already got about 20 people watching, so that's great. Thank you all for joining. I'm just going to quickly introduce the people who are going to be speaking today. So with us today we have Meltem Tol, who works for Shell in Turkey, and she is the one organizing this event for you. She'll be answering some of your questions today. And then beside me is Gilles Vanier, who is the Technical Director for Shell Eco Marathon Europe, and who will also be the Technical Director for the competition in Istanbul.
Hello.
All right.
Hello.
So we're just starting. We have around 20 people and it's not moving. So I think we can go ahead and start with the presentation. So let me just share my screen with you all, and then we can start the presentation, which Meltem is going to give.
Hi everyone. Hope you can hear me well. I'm very excited to host all of you in Istanbul for Shell Eco Marathon Turkey. And I'm connecting with my iPhone, and there are some technical issues. There can be some technical issues, but I will somehow manage to connect. And yes, let's start. The event is starting at 22nd of September, and between 22nd of September and 24th. And the venue is our partners, Turkish Exporters Assembly's campus. You will see the Google Maps link in the presentation and also in Chapter 2. The Google Maps is available. But please let us know if you have any difficulties to find the venue, or if you have any questions about the transportation, local transportation, etc. We have 26 teams so far from 5 countries, which are Turkey, Bulgaria, Greece, Slovakia, and Tunisia. And we were expecting 1,000 visitors to watch you and to join the opening ceremony of the event to be held on Saturday. And in the first slide, here's a schedule of the event. And on Thursday, the participants' check-in will be opened at 1 p.m. And until 5 p.m., you can check in into your paddocks. And on Friday, we are starting with technical inspection, and at 8 o'clock, paddocks will be opened for check-in. And Friday will be completely the technical inspection day. And just between 2 and 3, you will have a group photo altogether. And on Saturday, again, paddocks are opening on 8 o'clock. And there will be a driver's briefing at 8:30. And the track will be open for free practice at 9 to 12. And also on Saturday, we are going to have the opening ceremony and a press meeting. And after that, we will start competition. And the track will be open until 6 p.m. And on Sunday, again, paddocks are opening on 8 o'clock. And Sunday will be the full competition day. And at 6 o'clock, paddocks will be again closed. And between 4:30 and 6 p.m., we will be expecting from you to clean your paddocks. And also, we will have a closing ceremony on Sunday, but we will not have an award ceremony because we are planning to make the award ceremony in Istanbul again in December 2017 during the Turkish Innovation Week. And in the fourth slide, you will see the venue. And this white building is our partner's head office, headquarters, Turkish Exporters Assembly. And we're using the loop around this building, the road, as a track. Racetrack, and this, as we announced in chapter 2, chapter 2, it is around 620 meters length. And in the first slide, you will see the paddocks and start and finish lane and technical inspection tents, and it's all built from the beginning. So all paddocks and the technical inspection area and the track is built from the beginning. So there is no track normally in this area and no paddocks, etc. And in the next slide, you see the track and paddocks and technical inspection area from top. And in the next slide, it's much more detailed one. Again, paddocks, you see the paddocks, technical inspection tent, and also in this green area, there will be an innovation festival on Saturday, on 23rd of September, on Saturday, and there will be different brands, different companies. They will have booths, and we're going to have innovation festival and innovation workshops for kids on Saturday. And I think you have some questions about accommodation. As Shell Turkey, we booked Gorion Hotel, which is 5 minutes walking distance from Team Turkish Exporters Assembly, which is our venue. And also, we will be covering 50% of the cost of the double room. So if you're interested to stay in this hotel, it's 5-star and a very good hotel. You'll have to pay 16.75 euros per night per person for a double room. So please let us know. Contact with Demet Ergül from our travel agency. Her contact details is also written in chapter 2. You will see in chapter 2. Please contact her as soon as possible if you want to accommodate in this Gorion hotel. And for delivery and pickup, again, in chapter 2, you will see the full address of the venue. And for your questions about shipment and customs, please contact Agah Öztürk from our local event agency. Your vehicles can be delivered on Thursday, September 21st, between 1 and 7 p.m. And they should be picked up before Monday, September 25th of September, before 10 a.m. And we will provide necessary equipment such as forklift to load and unload your equipments. And these are the things, the input from my side. If you have any questions about the venue, about accommodation, or any other things, I'll be waiting your questions. Thank you.
Thanks, Meltem. I hope that was useful to all of you. I just really want to stress again how important it is that if you don't have any accommodation booked yet, that you please book it really quickly. I think we have a really good deal for you on this hotel, and I think the local team did a good job of finding it for you. So basically all you have to do is contact this person and she will take care of booking your rooms for you. And it's only a 5-minute walk from the venue, which is great. Same thing, if you're planning on getting your vehicle shipped, I'm thinking about the Greek teams maybe, some of the teams from Turkey that are a bit further away from Istanbul, the teams from Slovakia, Bulgaria, etc. If you guys are planning on getting your vehicle shipped, you really need to start organizing that now. And then please also contact the relevant people that are indicated in the presentation, but also in chapter 2. Just to make sure that it all goes really smoothly.
Yes, and thank you, Sarah, for this reminder, because we have a local logistics partner, which is called Alsan, and they are very experienced to ship eco-marathon cars. So if you're interested to work with local logistics partner, they would be happy to help you. But just let us know if you need such kind of help.
Yeah. Now that the presentation is done, I think we can move towards the Q&A session. So as you can see on the right-hand side of your video, there's a little chat box. So please only use it for relevant questions to the event. I can see some people have been asking questions that don't have anything to do with Shell Eco Marathon Turkey 2017. So please make sure that the questions are relevant. And if they're technical questions, please make sure you also indicate your team name, vehicle type, and energy type as well, so that Gilles can answer them as precisely as possible. So let me just have a look at some of the questions. I have a question from our friends from Bulgaria. They will deliver their car by their own means, their own truck. Are there any issues about the customs?
I can answer this question. I think
Go ahead.
we can help about customs, but could you let us know what kind of vehicle are you using to get your car to Turkey?
Yes, you need to make sure you prepare in advance all documentation and contact the right name we have in chapter 2.
Yeah.
Yes, to prepare all the correct documentation, because yes, with customs, we have faced this kind of issue in doing a Challenger event in Le Mans. A few teams had a lot of struggle to deliver the car on site because they were not well prepared, and it's really the time to do that right now. You have 1 month in front of you. It's really the time to start documentation. It takes a lot of details to find. And
yeah, so anything that has to do, if you have any questions about customs or logistics, just contact the person that's in chapter 2 and they'll help you out. You can already find some information on the internet or anything else, but obviously anything that involves batteries and dangerous goods might be a bit more difficult to get through customs, so do keep that in mind. We have another question from the same team from Bulgaria. The team registration page is no longer showing any information about the Shell Eco Marathon Turkey 2017 event. So that's perfectly normal. That's because phase 2 for Turkey closed yesterday evening. When a phase closes, it no longer shows up for the teams. That's to avoid anyone registering after the deadline. So if you have any issues with the registration website, you can always contact me at eco.marathon@shell.com, sorry. And I'll be happy to help you with anything concerning registration. We have another question again from the Bulgarian team. Please provide us with more details about the tires for the urban concept vehicles. Are there any substitutions for the Michelin tires? I think that's a question for Gilles.
Yes, we are working with new partnership, try to find a partnership from other tire suppliers. But currently it's only under discussion, nothing. We cannot expect any tires provided by a new supplier for next season, for 2018. We hope to finalize first contract for next season, but time to develop a new tires or specific tires for prototype or urban concept for next year. If you have a stock of tires, try to use at the minimum. For prototypes teams, the best is using classic and simple bicycle tires. Can test and keep only the Michelin tires for the competition. Same for urban concept. You can find probably, if you have a look in internet, you will find similar dimensions. Tires with really level of efficiency in terms of friction, but better to use for any preparation, any test of the car, development of the car. But it's only what I can say. We have no tires in the shop for next year. I'm not sure we'll have any partner next year. Discussions are not enough advanced to say something.
We have another question from Team Project Zero Fuel from Greece. Thank you for joining, guys. They're asking whether the eShop will be available at the event in Istanbul. I'm not sure about that. Meltem, do you know?
Yes, Fred said that there will be eShop available in Istanbul, but not defined yet the content of the eShop. So we don't know what will be available yet, but we will let you know.
Anyway, the only thing you can have in the eShop will be fuel tanks, as it seems you are gathering. We have no more tires in the eShop. Yes, it's a limited amount of things you can find in the eShop anyway.
Yeah, during Challenger events, we usually bring a small stock, but we won't have a lot of things available for sale. And like Gilles mentioned, now that there are no tires available anymore, I think the most interesting things for your team would probably be the fuel tanks for you guys. The next question is from our Bulgarian team again, saying, it is our first year and we don't have any tires. What should we do? That's part of the challenge when you participate in a Shell Eco Marathon competition. It's also your responsibility to find the parts that you need to build your vehicle, and that includes the tires. We know for a fact that there are other brands of tires that can be found and that can work for our specifications. They don't have to be Michelin tires. Look on the internet, just use Google, just, you know, play it simple. I'm sure you can find some solutions. And otherwise, you can always use our Shell Eco Marathon Facebook groups. If you want to ask other teams maybe if they have any good tips, if they know of any other brands, then that usually works as well.
Yeah, find motorbike tires at similar dimension and easy to use, and what a lot of teams use also, because the Michelin tires were a bit expensive especially for the newcomer at the beginning of them. If you have not enough budget, you can find bike tires, and if you ask, yes, as Sarah said, on Facebook, probably some teams can help you to find reference.
Are there any other questions? We don't have any other new questions. So now is the time. If you want to find out anything about the rules, about the logistics, maybe some of our Turkish teams are online and have some questions that they can ask, or anyone else who might be interested, we'll give you a few minutes. And then if we don't have any more questions, then we can just conclude the webcast at this point.
What I just would add, you have access on site on Thursday evening, and we start tech inspection on Friday morning. Please prepare your vehicle in advance. It's always the same story. Teams arrive with a vehicle in spare parts in the event, and it's really short. You have 1 day for tech inspection and 2 days, more or less 1 day for practice and 1 for competition. The time is really, really short. If you have not your vehicle ready when you arrive, you have not so much chance to go on track.
I just saw another question come in from our team from Bulgaria. They say, are you, team? We have contacted you with our solution for substitution tire, and you have approved it. So I can assume that this issue is okay for us. If you sent me an email and I approved your solution, then that means that, yes, it would probably be approved on site. But please keep in mind that final approval always takes place in person during technical inspection with the technical team. But in principle, it should be perfectly fine. If it was by Facebook, it's the same. Don't worry about it. Email or Facebook.
For any technical, Sarah sent me the question and I provide the answer. And it's never, for any technical question, provide the maximum of details in your question, maximum of drawing if possible, or explanation, because sometimes you ask a few words, you know what you want to tell, but it's not easy to understand exactly your question or to provide the correct answer. But anyway, the final answer is always during tech inspection on site of the event.
But thank you for making sure. Again, we can only answer questions that are relevant to Shellico Marathon Turkey 2017. I can see some questions that aren't related to the event. So questions. How will you provide the hydrogen canisters? That's a good question.
It's we are using strictly the same equipment than in London in European event. Linde will provide a cylinder on site, type half-liter cylinders, and for urban concept, 1 liter cylinders. It's strictly the same description than in Shellico Europe. We have a link in Facebook with a description of cylinders.
I'm not sure, but I can post it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so every day you will get your canister from the hydrogen team, and then every evening you have to return it.
Yes, you are not allowed to bring your own cylinders, your own storage of any gas anyway, not only hydrogen, like nitrogen or something is not allowed. We provide the cylinder in the morning, empty, just come to us and we give you a full one. We have a stock of cylinder, we just replace when it's empty.
Yeah, and we'll have our partner Linda, who will be there as well, helping us out with all the hydrogen teams, because there's several hydrogen teams that are planning on coming.
And not only in support of providing hydrogen, but
technical support as well.
Technical support to help you, especially in terms of connection, where you have a lot of struggle in general. And leaks.
Yeah. I hope that helps. Are there any more questions concerning the competition? Be it the rules or logistics, anything that you guys still want to know? Give it a couple more minutes, and we'll see if any more questions come in. But thank you to the teams who did submit their questions. Hopefully we managed to answer them properly, and hopefully you'll find this useful. Once we're done here today, this presentation will become a video on YouTube, which means that you can see it again if you need to, and you can also share it with any of your team members that maybe, and then I'll be sending the link to the video to all of the teams after this, just to make sure that even if a team didn't make it to the Q&A, they can still watch it afterwards. Okay, I don't see any more questions, so we might just move to our parting words. Meltem, is there anything you would like to say before we say goodbye?
No, thank you. And if they have any specific question about the event, venue, and accommodation, logistics, etc., and customs, please let us know. And thank you for joining the call, and see you in Istanbul.
Thanks, Meltem. Gilles, anything you want to add?
No, just make sure you are ready. You have 1 month in front of you, and good luck, and see you in 1 month in Istanbul.
Great. Okay, well, I'm also looking forward to seeing you all in Istanbul. Gilles and I will be there, as well as other members of the technical team that you may have met in London this year. And Meltem and her team will be there as well, managing the event, making sure it's safe, and making sure you guys have fun and learn a lot as well. So thank you all for joining, and see you all very soon.
Bye.